You've asked yourself, am I willing to destroy this version of myself to start anew? What version of you are you ready to let go of?
You know what? I love her right now. I really do. I'm chilling.
Me too.
Um, and that has been a long time coming, girl. I don't think I would ever have been able to tell you in my life. Girl, I might cry. We in therapy today. I actually don't think I would ever be able to tell you in my life though that like I'm okay. Like I don't want to fix anything about myself right now. I don't need to improve anything. I just like am me and like I like her and like progress, not perfection.
Mhm.
I think if you had asked me like, I mean, obviously I'm still working on things, but like I think like a big thing that I have recently let go of that has been really helpful is the version of me that is informed by other people, if that makes any sense. So like it kind of is bred from codependency, and I kind of touched on that before, but codependency was and will always be a big part of my story because I am a sober alcoholic and drug addict. And that is something that I work on my recovery every day, and I feel really blessed to have that opportunity and to continue to spread that message. But I did spend a lot of my time, and I don't know if that's like being a woman, being an artist, all the things, just being human. I spent a lot of time letting people that I was emotionally intimate with be the people to tell me like what my vision was or like to validate my vision.
Mhm.
And I'm no longer interested in that. Makes me restless and makes me upset and makes me resentful and makes me reliant on humans who are not God. And it's not healthy for anybody or anything. So I'm really proud of her for just like being dope on her own and like seeking like being a good friend and just like making salmon and rice and like dropping music and like trying on new clothes and going to Pilates. Like thank God it's not that hard, and like I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm okay because I didn't believe them anyway, you know?
Yeah.
So that's a really special answer that I didn't really realize until you asked me that. So I really appreciate you asking me that.
That's a great answer. I think people need to start listening to themselves instead of some random, person on TikTok,
Really
some like other person on the street. Like we have everything we need within ourselves.
do, girl. We do, and that's a practice. That's a practice.
Yeah.
And I think also a big thing, just to go off what you just said, a big word for me has been distraction recently.
Mhm.
Like, what am I using as an emotional distraction from my triggers, from my fears, or just a distraction like from self? Because when I get deep into meditation, which I very much enjoy, there are a lot of times where I meet back with myself and I'm like, girl, so sorry. Where have you been? And I'm like, oh, I'm right here. I will never abandon you again. And so I think everybody else is abandoning me, but I'm really just abandoning myself because I'm using everything as a distraction from like listening to myself. You know, that's where boundaries come in place, all those things. Once you find it's a trip, we're never going to figure the full thing out, but it's really nice to know that you got it already, you know?
Mhm. We're on
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we're on our way. And that's like the journey, girl.
way. When the world feels heavy with bad news, how do you shut it all out and protect your creativity?
Good question. I will say that I'm privileged to even be able to do that because, some people do not have that privilege. And I am very aware that I'm blessed to be in a safe home and like I'm white too. I have to acknowledge like my white privilege in that way as well, in terms of like I don't have to worry. Like that's it. And I have to be able to like spread the message and like educate people where I can, but I have to acknowledge my privilege as well. And so that is something that I know that I'm able to like turn off my phone or even have access to a phone too, right? But when the world is heavy, which obviously like a lot goes on, through the world and is going on constantly, connecting with spirit always. And I do always, this is just for me, and this is in terms more instead of like the news and like larger world issues, which are very overwhelming for a lot of people, and including myself. Um, but in terms of like social stuff and in terms of like day to day and like TikTok and more of that kind of stuff, I actually don't really go on as a consumer. Like I'm not consuming content as much as I used to be, and that has been really helpful for me. I use TikTok and Instagram as a tool to connect with others for my business of entertainment. And I definitely like love to watch like little shows and stuff, but I definitely try not to be on there like social media wise. And I talk to my family, and sometimes I don't talk to my family. Like sometimes I need to be alone. I meditate, I pray, I practice gratitude. And like really small things sometimes, like I love my bed, I love my sheets, I love little things like that. I love these jeans and I love water. Like there's sometimes you just got to get that small. And it gives you a lot of perspective. So I would say like I definitely seek out a lot of spiritual solutions, because I've found that looking for external solutions for internal problems doesn't work for me, you know? So those are a couple things. And also I think having grace for the roadblocks a little bit and like being able to, yeah, like sometimes I'm going to show up to a session and like we're not going to get the song that day. And like it says nothing about my worthiness. And it says nothing about the other person's worthiness. My job is a flow state type of thing. So sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And like sometimes you got to push through and know that you'll have dinner tonight and get to go to sleep. And like there's an end to this. So that's how I kind of do it. I'm actually curious to hear what do you do?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I don't listen to any mainstream media
Mhm.
because I think it's just not good for your health and it's also
Yeah,
distractions. Um, and I try to be positive. I go to the ocean a lot.
I love the ocean. It's amazing.
I go to the ocean a lot. Also like meditate or like long walks, Um, and like high frequency sounds too, like
Love
help
her.
me, like, because I do have ADHD, like I'm sure everyone in our age range does. Like, and yeah, like, yeah, I just animals. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, I just whispered. I said I love animals. You're so right.
Okay. Yeah. Like even by the park I live by, like just yesterday I went, these grapes were like still good, but they're going a little, bad, and I went to go give them grapes. And I saw a squirrel put like six little grapes in his mouth and he was so happy.
That's so cute, girl. Honestly, I'm for real. That makes me emotional. I love that kind of stuff.
Like and people are like, the head of Narcissist is doing that. I'm like, yeah.
No, because girl, like it's just like that's exactly what I expect from the head of Narcissist. Are you kidding me?
No, yeah. No, I am like animals and ocean. Like I tell people, I'm like, go to the, like my mom would always say, when everything goes to shit, go to the beach.
Oh, I'm gonna, girl, you keep telling me stuff. When everything goes to shit, go to the beach. I'm writing that down. The beach also has like, I think
Frequency.
healing profits, like healing properties for sure, right?
Yeah, like and go grounding, like what they say. Like I literally hug trees now. I
Yes,
hug trees. I
that's
hug
really,
trees,
yes.
barefoot on the grass. I go
Mhm.
in the sun. Like we need sun, like it's true.
All of that's really true. And I also, it gives me, for anyone listening, like,
Yeah.
so cool that we're both so like locked in on this stuff. Because that's the thing, like, life is heavy and it always has been. Like,
Mhm.
we don't have the perspective of our grandparents when they were our age or whatever, like, we don't know. But I do think that it's interesting because it's like, we actually kind of are okay. Like we have these tools that we know how to access, and I think it's really beautiful. And also, I love the ocean, girl. I feel cold plunging. Just
Yeah.
getting in the ocean. I don't know what. It just helps so much, girl.
Yeah. And I was just like, I did a digital detox at Yosemite, and you need to go to Yosemite, like the national,
Oh, I need to go to Yosemite. I'm ready. I'm literally like writing down everything you're saying.
like, go to Yosemite National Parks, and like they have fountains where you could cold plunge, and it's like the best thing ever, you know?
I'm so
No,
excited.
like Yosemite is like really beautiful. You need to go.
Oh, go. Wait, are you in California?
Yeah, I'm from La La Land.
Girl, you're in LA. I'm in LA. That's so fun. Well, we'll talk about that where we actually are. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you went through cardiac arrest at 14,
Oh my
and
gosh, she's for research, period.
I did do my research, and became sober at 22. How have those moments shaped your perspective?
Those are my two big accolades of like survival. Like those are the two times I almost died. I'm like, these are just perfect. Keep them in there. Um, so grateful for both. My cardiac arrest, I was so young that I don't think I understood like how insane that was. And I think that was for good measure. I believe that all of these things happen for a reason because, like, when I had my cardiac arrest, I actually never went through pain, which was so nice. Like, there was no physical pain. And it really made me like realize that I wanted to like do music with my life because I was like, this is all, who knows how long I have kind of thing. And I think the miracle of my survival story was just more proof to me that the spiritual world is alive and well. And like the odds of me, I was out for 7 minutes with no oxygen, like the odds of me coming back fully coherent were like literally below like 1%. And so that is just, I mean, I don't know, it's still pretty wild to me to this day that like God is real. And um for me, like that just brought me closer to my purpose. And so when things get really tough, that is a big reminder for me because like how did I get saved from my cardiac arrest? For like I didn't get saved for no reason. And the way that it all happened was very, very just divine. And then for my sobriety, I guess God loves the drama for me, and I'm just like drama. Like I won't let any man go until there's absolutely no choice and like things are horrible. It's kind of the same with like the theme of my life. Like I gotta get like smacked in the face to wake up. Sometimes I think I've become a little more like malleable and like open and not as stubborn because of these lessons. But girl, like with the sobriety thing, like that didn't happen just randomly. I wasn't just like yes, I should get sober. Like I just like couldn't survive. Like my life, my unmanageability internally was like not good. Like my brain was not doing well, and like my emotions were not doing well, and I had to do something about it. And I'm so glad to be sober. Like I'm so blessed. I mean, even one of my really close friends just got 8 years of sobriety tonight, and I get to go like celebrate that with him after this. And there's just like a different purpose to my life now, and I feel so much more clear-headed. And both of them have connected me to spirit so much. That's probably why there's so much of that in this conversation. There's so much of that in my music because like those are the pillars of my life. Like these are the like literal like stopping points of my life where I've like been literally like resuscitated. And so I just think that I can't go through my life without that as like my story. So yeah.
And I think sober is trending, by the way.
It's over so trend. I mean, it's really healthy. Good for you guys. Like y'all should hop in there, but like I'm supportive of whatever anyone wants to do. I just know like for me, it doesn't work out for me.
Well, yeah, I'm like alcohol is like poison, you know. So yeah, LaCroix.